Well, during COVID, I had a lot of time on my hands, and I wanted something where I can get outside and enjoy the outside scenery and get a good workout in the meantime. And when I was a little kid, I used to mountain bike a lot, so I felt that getting back into that would be a great workout and great to get in the outdoors and have some fun out there on the trails. I started when I was I've been biking all my life, but I really got into the mountain biking when I was about 12 years old with my uncle up at Mount St. Marie. Me and my cousin would go out there and play around on the dirt bikes, and then they had a pretty good mountain biking trail system there, so I got into there and instantly fell in love with the sport and just kept with it for a couple of years, and then kind of fell off for a little bit until I got back into it recently. It's kind of like, it's hard to explain. It's almost euphoric when you're out there. It's so peaceful as you're riding through the trails. It's just you and your bike ripping down the trails. It's lots of fun. Sometimes you get to a new spot that maybe you've not done before. Maybe it's a little bit above what you want to do, so you get a little bit of fear in that sense. And then you kind of just got to work yourself up to it and just go for it. And the thrill of doing something that may be a little bit scary really gets the heart pumping. Oh, for sure. I mean, now that I started mountain bike again, I can't see myself stopping anytime soon. It's almost like a drug when you're flying down the trails at high speed through the trees. It's just a great time. Oh, there's lots of fear in mountain biking. Some of these trails you see that you watch somebody else go down and you kind of think to yourself, there's no way that I could do that. And then you kind of just got to sit there and walk it through with yourself, play it over in your mind a bunch of times, and you just kind of go for it, and you're gripping that handlebar as hard as you can, terrified. And then once you get down there, you really feel a good sense of accomplishment until you get 50 yards down the road and there's something even scarier down there. So lots of fear in that. I would say just get out there. There's any trail system, there's always those easier trails that you can get started on, and once you start going with it, it's just so much fun, and it's such a good workout, so good for the body that once you start, you just can't stop. The only thing I would say is that if you really get to enjoy it, you're going to start spending a lot of money out there, so that's something to be wary about. I just recently upgraded it to a new bike, and I'm loving it so far. There's kind of an endless supply of bikes out there. There's always stuff to be upgrading about it. So you kind of just got to get started, and then once you get a decent bike, that bike will last your whole lifetime. You'll have to do small little repairs, little maintenance things, but it'll just keep you on the trails. It's more of like a big jump at the beginning sometimes, where you got to spend a bit of money at the start, and then you can kind of ride that out for a long time. I have a Norco Fluid hardtail. It's kind of like a mid to mid-high range bike, and it's a great bike to start off with, where it's a strong bike. It's very capable on all sorts of trails, from beginner to the more expert style of trails, where you can really, up your skills on the bike, and you won't have to start biking and then immediately have to upgrade whenever you want to try to do something a little bit more difficult. It really gives you a wide range of what you can do with the bike.